Conversations from the Garden of Creden. I am your host, Cree, also known as Lilith Rose, and I have a really dope guest with me today, one that I have been waiting on for months and months and months. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I go by the name of Mel Basi, a local Richmond, Virginia artist, and yeah.
Are you from? So you're from Richmond?
Yeah, I'm from
okay,
Richmond. Southside,
Southside, okay, nice,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And I met Mel back in like 2017, I think, because we were coming together to collab on a Kanye event. When I learned your immense love for Kanye and that you share the same birthday. And since then, I gotta say, like, where you've gone artistically, I could never have even imagined. Like, it's really just taken off. So talk a little bit about your upbringing. Like, how long have you been doing art?
I actually been doing art since I was 4 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I remember I used to draw on my mother's wall
No.
with crayons.
Okay.
And yeah,
She supported it?
She beat me. That wasn't support.
Right. But did she give you some paper?
Oh my God! Like, I mean, I still remember that day actually.
Oh Lord.
I remember I used to go to J.L. Francis Elementary School, and had a art teacher named Ms. Winston, and she used to have us sit on like these tall stools in art class. And I remember I used to get so scared that I would like fall off because I was so small at the time. But she was one of I would say actually she was the first person to really get me onto art, a black woman. Yeah, and I used to love like her clothing that she would wear to school. Like she would wear like African clothing, and I could just see like all the different colors that she wore. Yeah, and that kind of inspired me to want to do art and use different paints. And I actually kept a few of my pieces from the age of 4.
Really? That's
so from like the
see the growth.
Yeah, it's actually a piece I did at the circus.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool. Does anyone in your family do art, or was it just you by yourself?
It skips certain people. Certain people in my family have like a creative talent. My cousin Hannah, my cousin Aaron, and maybe a few more people. Okay. But so yeah, my mom was actually a hairstylist, but I consider a hairstylist being an artist. For sure, yeah. Because there's different styles of hair that certain people want. So
yeah, it's just creativity.
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
Yeah, that's very dope. And I guess so. You started out drawing, and did you do some canvas work as well, or?
Originally, I didn't. Everything was on paper. Yeah. So I used to like just paint on pieces of paper. As I got older, I actually used to draw like different like landscaping pieces. Like I remember I think I was maybe in the 4th or 5th grade. I had an art teacher, and I actually remember it was an early dismissal day, and I remember I had sketched like this picture. It was like a landscape photo of like snow. And it was like a house in the background, and I did everything in detail. And that's when I kind of realized, dang, maybe I'm good at this. Yeah. So, but I would say when I got to middle school, that's when I really started to have fun with it, because I used to draw my homework and my worksheets. So, listening to a lot of music and being inspired off of the music I'm listening to, Kanye, Pharrell, N.E.R.D. You know, I would say their music actually helped me evolve as an artist, because I actually had a friend named Marquise. He was into like the stuff that kids at that time wasn't really into, and I think that's what made me kind of want to stand out more and try new things and try to test the waters on different pieces. Because like I constantly used to like draw in class, especially in the algebra class.
That is what, when I see like you post videos of yourself making the art now, that's what it takes me back to, like being in school and just watching people draw on paper on the desk.
To this day I remember all of that, especially like my 8th grade year drawing. my desk is sit right next to the window.
Nice.
So
yeah,
I
you
can see
look out,
everything,
yeah.
and I'm just, and I kind of stopped, I think, for like probably like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then I picked the pencil back up,
Mm-hmm.
and then went crazy with it. Didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do after high school.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt like I wanted to be an artist, but I also felt like, well, maybe I should probably be something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized what made me happy inside.
Yes.
I want to create.
Yes. That's the
So
key.
I continue to do that, and I follow my dreams.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's beautiful. Your family supports it and everything?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's dope.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like you're in the right space for it. Like Richmond, the city of Richmond is such a creative hub, and just, art thrives here.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been seeing you do some things with a couple of different groups and collectives and at different galleries. So can you talk a little bit about that and stuff you've been working on?
I would say, I more so gained like a bond, sort of like a friendship with different artists
Mm-hmm.
over the past couple years, because I used to actually be scared
Mm-hmm.
to go to First Fridays
Yeah.
by
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Uh-huh.
and just in the midst of all this art and
Mm-hmm.
all these people.
Yeah.
And I remember one day, this was probably probably like 2 years before Earl had made the store into Chile.
Mm-hmm.
It was an art show that they were having. They had different local artists, and I remember just seeing him standing there. Like he just pulled up and he was posted up, and I'm thinking like, yo, that's Earl.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was like, yo, like I'm such and such, I do art. I'm a huge fan of your work and stuff. And he was like, oh yeah. And then he saw some of my pieces, like, yo, that's dope, that's
Mm-hmm.
fire. So as time went on, I started to kind of involve myself in more events
Mm-hmm.
and get to know the people that were in the art district.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of black
Oh yeah.
artists.
A lot of
a
amazing.
lot of,
yeah.
and I would say I was blown away with a lot of the artists that I've seen
Mm-hmm.
within the past couple years, because I remember we used to go to First Fridays in high school, and it was
Mm-hmm.
nothing
Right.
like what it is now.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean,
Exploded. Really.
oh
It's
my
so
god!
different. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Mhm.
fights everywhere. I mean,
The riff raff.
it was like the scene on Boys in the Hood.
Mhm.
Like, but
And now to be an artist is like
Mhm.
gotta be a much different perspective,
and to see a lot of the things transpire the way it's doing in the art district
Mhm.
has inspired me over the past couple years, because now we're not just seeing one black owned store, we're seeing
Right.
several now.
The block, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
And
beautiful.
they're giving people the opportunity to showcase their work,
Mhm.
or whether it's art, music, whatever.
Yeah.
A vendor's event.
Yeah, just creativity.
They're giving people the opportunity to really create opportunities for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really thought that that's important. That's
Mhm.
one thing I always have to say about that. That is very important, because the worst thing about it is letting time fly,
Mhm.
and you've done nothing with that time.
Mhm.
I always say 6 months. Give yourself 6 months. When that 6 months pass, okay, sit and process.
Mhm.
Okay, what did I do for these past 6 months? Okay, I did this. I did this. I did that. You want to be able to continue to have those moments, because that will drain you if you did
Mhm.
nothing for 6 months.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
I let all this time go by, and I'm still in the same space that I was 6
Mhm.
months prior.
And it can fly. You can blink, and 6 months will pass.
Yes, that's
yeah.
a fact.
Mhm.
That's definitely a fact. So I've really, I took an advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to constantly continue creating, continue putting out dope product. Because I mean, my thing is like I want people to love my work. That's my main focus. I really want people to love my work, and people have loved my work. And you know, even with the T-shirts, that was an idea from a year ago.
Really? Yeah,
like,
it's just coming to
you know,
that's what I'm saying. Like your progression has been so amazing to watch, because I never even would have thought that you would have started doing this, but it's like it's a great idea. And you've done bags and things too. Like
that's like because I felt like, you know, what can I do outside of just a typical canvas or a piece of paper? Okay, let me do clothes. And I remember the first shirt I did, it didn't really come out like I wanted to. So I was like, you know, okay, this is going to be like a test shirt. We're going to keep this shirt and just work on it just to practice. And I remember the next shirt I did was the LA Riot shirt. That got so much.
Of course, especially the time period with which you were doing it. It was very relevant.
Yeah, I mean,
relevant.
And people would ask me like, "Yo, are you gonna make this into merch?" I'm like,
I'm
like, maybe. I'm still contemplating on it.
It's a really
because I mean, it was a lot. I mean, because it would have been a lot to really do to try to make it into merch, because it was so much artwork on it. Because I started on it, I think in July of last year.
In the midst of all the protests,
I
and the wild
I didn't finish
stuff going
that
on.
shirt until probably end of August.
Oh wow!
Like, because I mean, it was because I wanted it to have that feel. I want it was such a thought process. You know, I had to try to make it as nostalgic as possible. Okay, I looked at documentaries on the LA riots, everything. Like I studied different aspects of that event and just incorporated onto one shirt. So it was it was definitely hectic. And I remember I actually I worked on the actual shirt at work.
Oh really?
Yes, like I took time to just work on it. Like, okay, I'm gonna just bring this to work with me and just go crazy with it. So I utilized my time being at work to just create that shirt, and then gave it to my my boy, shout out Ken. So yeah, like that was a game changer for me. And then I would say after that, when I did the Travis Scott McDonald's box, that went crazy too. That I ain't gonna lie, I thought McDonald's was gonna hit me up. Like, I mean, the response that it had gotten, because I did that at work too. And my supervisor was like, I thought that came on the box. And when she looked at it, she was like, you did it? I'm like, yeah, I did this whole thing while we were sitting here this entire time.
And is it just a pen you're using?
I used the, it was like paint markers.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was my first time ever using paint markers.
Wow.
So I was like, please let this come out the way I wanted to. And it actually did. Unfortunately, it didn't get to Travis. But, I mean, it'll come. Not yet. Facts. Big facts. Like, not yet.
Because your name is definitely buzzing in a lot of places. So.
Yeah. And, you know, and that's one of the things that I really want to do with my art. I want celebrities to see my pieces. I want them to wear my pieces. There was a photo of Kanye wearing a hoodie that he had was it Rick and Morty? He did a Rick and Morty episode, and he went to the actual office, like the headquarters, and I want to say the actual artist behind the show just sketched on the hoodie.
Oh, nice.
And it looks exactly like my pieces.
Styles,
So I was like, yo,
I can definitely see it.
I see Ye wearing my pieces.
Yeah.
So, and for the past, I would say, 4 years, I would say 4 to 5 years, I met some people. I done met Quavo from Migos, Lil Baby. I met Lil Baby when he first came out, and just to see him now, as the artist that he is.
Is it just right place, right time, or connections, or what?
Like, okay, people always see me outside the National. So,
okay.
So they be like, "Yo, Mel, like, what you doing? Like, we see what you doing." And it was actually crazy with the little baby situation because the police actually got me connected with Lil Baby.
Oh wow!
Because one of the officers had saw me. I was like, "What do you got there?" And I was like, "I got a sketch." And he showed someone that was I don't know if it was like a tour manager or what. He showed that person my piece, and he told me, he said, "All right, look, when he walks out, we gonna show him this."
Nice.
So when he walked out, he grabbed my sketchbook, sent it to Baby. Next thing you know, he was like, "Yo, come here."
Hey.
And he was extremely humbled about it. That's what I can say about with him. He was like, "Yo, like, I appreciate this, like, thank you." And he signed it for me.
Oh, that's hard.
So that's already that's tucked somewhere in my house right now.
Yes.
So yeah, but my main focus right now is to try to get as much art out and just let the world see it.
Yeah.
I had to take some risk. And that's what life is about.
No risk without, or no reward without risk, right?
Facts, So that's one of the things that's the mindset I really have to develop as far as taking risk and really trying to live the lifestyle that I really wanted. So that's what I'm aiming for right now, especially with my homie Ken. Like, I met him outside of a Playboy Cardi concert.
Oh no!
And at the National, I had to work that night. It got off late, so I was like, "Well, I got this piece that I have in my sketchbook. Let's see if I can probably get this signed." So I'm standing outside, and this guy just comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, this is fire." He just goes crazy, and we linked up that night. And I would say probably probably like a month later, I did a jacket for him. And we wasn't like tight yet. So I had to I went to John Tyler for art.
Oh, okay.
And I had to finish one more semester in the spring to graduate. So I had to take a photography class. I don't know shit about photography. So
medium. Yeah.
Fact. So the professors tell me, like, this is what you guys need, you need this, you need that, make sure it's this kind of camera. So I'm thinking, damn, like, who has a camera? Who do I know has a camera? I'm like, oh, the guy did a jacket for that I met at the Cardi concert. And me and him been tight since.
Nice.
Like, we're like this. Like, that's my guy. That's like my brother.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, us just planning ideas in the freezing cold. Outside. Like, we're outside, like, planning ideas for stuff now. And this was like 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
Like, so.
Isn't it such a beautiful thing to see your ideas and your hard work really come to fruition?
It's a breath of fresh air. That's what I have to say. Things pay off for a reason.
Oh yeah.
At one point I wasn't happy. I felt like I was in a box, and then I felt like, I have to leave that box. I can't stay mentally trapped. So I stepped outside of my comfort zone, made some changes in my life, and decided to say to myself, I'm going to push more art. I'm going to create more fire. I'm going to make sure that I think outside the box, and that's been my focus. Yeah. And even now, like, I thought about it the other day. I was thinking, I don't really want to be that artist, but like, oh, he draws, oh, he paints, he does. No, I want to be on some like theatric type shit, like a Kanye.
Yeah. Like
when he did this listening party, that really inspired me this summer.
Yeah.
To see that, to see someone in the middle of an entire stadium, and it goes to show that, especially Black people, we can be whatever we want to be.
Facts.
There's no limitation on none of our lives. You know, we've been placed, well, I would say we live under a system where we can't speak up. We live under a system where we can't be ourselves. We live under a system where we can't think outside the box. We have to stay in the box. No. Like,
fuck that box.
You know, facts, fuck that box. We built pyramids.
Okay.
You know, we built pyramids.
Yes.
So can't nobody tell us shit at the end of the day. You know? So that alone inspired me this summer. You know, I gotta continue to think outside of the box. Come up with some crazy shit that, you know, people are like, yo, did you see what Mel did this weekend? You know, did you hear about that? I want to more so, like, when I do shows, I don't want it to be just your regular art show. I want it to be an experience.
Yeah.
I want it to be something that people can remember for years on. You know, Mel did this years ago. Yo, remember when he did this? Yo, I felt like I was a part of it. That's the energy that I'm on right now.
Yeah.
I want people to have an experience. I want people to be a part of the show, more so than just coming. No, you're a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Do you have any solo shows coming up or exhibits?
There's stuff in the works.
Okay.
There's
everybody
everybody has been asking.
Yes.
There's definitely some stuff in the works. I have that. I'm also bringing back my art program for the kids.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that too, because even earlier, like as you were talking about, you know, remembering your art teacher, Miss Winston, I was like, that's such a dope, you know, spin on things for you now to be an adult and to give back to the children and to, you know. So tell me about your art program.
Yes, that's under Parks and Recreation. We had it prior to COVID. COVID came.
Yeah.
But what I want to do with the program this time, I don't want it to be your typical art program. I want it to be, like I said, theatrical. I want it to be big. I want to test the mind of a child.
And it's so creative, and the imagination is so vast. Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. Because I realized a year ago, before COVID, you know, when I started the program, I wasn't really inspired at first. And when everything happened last summer with the riots and all that kind of stuff, I realized, you know, I have a responsibility.
Yeah.
So I'm going to maintain that responsibility and, you know, show these kids that, you know, you can be whatever you want to be. You can do it all. That's something they don't tell a lot of these kids, especially on television and on social media. You know, the only way we can make it out of our circumstances, we either got to rap or we got to be an athlete. No,
they think that's the only two options.
That shit is annoying.
And for a while, they were removing art programs from schools because there wasn't enough funding for it. So
you know,
it's like,
and I just get sick and tired of that because, like, I look at kids now. A lot of them are doing stuff because somebody told them they had to do it. Nobody never asked, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Because one day they got to grow up and, you know, they got to experience things, and they're gonna see things in the world. They be like, yo, I think I want to do this. So that's why it's important that, no, Malcolm X said it best. Start them early. He said that. Malcolm X said that. Start them early, and that's what I'm doing. I want to start them early. I'm going to make sure that they have fun, they feel free, and most all happy. Yeah. You know, that's the main important. That's the main goal that I really want with those kids. I want them to be free. I don't want them to be I don't want them to be a slave.
Man.
to this system.
Mm-hmm. And it's like it's Richmond City, no?
Yes.
So you don't know what type of backgrounds they're coming from, what type of home situations, or anything. So to be able to offer them an outlet to be free and to be creative and to explore their own minds, it's just such a really powerful thing. So I salute you, respect,
yes,
man.
Thank you. Yes,
for sure.
But yeah, that's what I'm just about to go crazy with a lot of things. I got so many things in the back of my head. I mean, I don't even think nobody's ready for it.
Oh no, but we will get ready.
Facts. But I mean, it's definitely been a journey. It's definitely been a journey because I used to always tell myself I don't want to be like an in-house artist, somebody who's drawing in the house or whatever. I want to take my shit outside of my house. I want to try new things. I want to do new things. And I would say for a year, that's what I've been doing. I've more so connected with my inner self and realized who I am as a person. And
you think the pandemic had anything to do with that?
Yes.
Yeah, the change and just
because
how everything is.
We got to sit in a house for a minute, and just seeing how everything transpired the way it did. And I remember when COVID had first jumped off, I posted on my Instagram, look, utilize this time now because, there's no telling, what the world is going to look like in the next few years, but utilize this time now, create opportunities for yourself, not only for yourself, but people that's around you, meditate, go outside, listen to music. You don't have to be around a bunch of people because you'll be surprised what alone time can do for you, what peace can do for you. So
you discover yourself, really.
Exactly, and that's where I'm at, and I think that helped me be the artist that I am right now. That's what really helped, just operating on those certain kind of frequencies and continue raising my vibrations and just being happy. That's my main thing. So and that actually inspired me to come with all these different ideas. I mean, that's basically a blessing that we set for a year and some change. Because just to see, because I got to see what the world really is. And I think that's what made me view a lot of things differently than other people. So, that alone helped. That really did help me.
Yeah. I'm glad you've been able to pour into your passion, really. I think that's been really the difference of the pandemic. A lot of people have not known what their passion is, so it's like when they are given all this time, they don't know what to do with it.
Yes, no, fact. That's definitely a fact because, it's like shit, we've been programmed into just being so busy, caught up into our own lives that we haven't really tapped in with our inner self.
Yes.
And that's
by design. They don't want us to tap in.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. And that's what a lot of us need. We need that time because, to me, that's therapy.
Oh yeah.
That's considered therapy. Sometimes you may not need someone to necessarily talk to. Maybe you need to talk to yourself. And hell, look at the sky. Talk to the sky.
Yeah.
Talk to the ocean. I love going to Virginia Beach a lot because the ocean brings so much peace. I love that, and that's why I get a lot of my ideas from sitting next to the ocean.
Oh, nice.
So, I would say that's one of the things that I've even learned from people that I've had around me for several years. people that's on those vibrations, and them really giving me the game, and like, you know, this is how it's supposed to be. You know, you're operating on this, but you need to focus on this. So that's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. And I know that's going to bring a hell of an artist out of me.
Oh, definitely.
So,
and you can see your, you know, perfecting your craft, as you said, have been doing it since age 4, but just even in the past couple of years to where you are now, like, I just can't wait to see what's to come next. I really can't.
This is going to be crazy. Like, I'm just, right now, I'm just trusting the process. That's all I'm doing. I'm really just speaking a lot of things into existence, not telling my moves. And doing the work, man. Exactly. And see, that's the thing, because the work is going to show off everything. That's why it's important that you move in silence, because you don't want to tell everybody your moves. Because for one thing, if you just show the work, it's going to inspire people off real. Okay, because I'm sure somebody is sitting at home scrolling on Instagram. Oh shit, Mel is with who? Like, he's doing what? Yo, what am I doing? You know, what did I do this entire day while I'm off from work?
Right.
So, yeah, that's
motivate people.
You know, and you know, people always say like I'm a preacher, but I'm like, no. I'm just a source of enlightenment.
Yes.
That's what I am. I just want to see people win. I want to see people really step into their purpose, because we all have a purpose.
Yeah.
We all have a purpose. We just got to step into it. Find out. I believe, like Jay-Z said this one time, I believe everybody has a talent. I really do. You just got to really tap in and find out what it is. Like, stop listening to the people on the outside and listen to the person that's within. Because that's where a lot of us get distracted. We get distracted from the outsiders. And people who feel like, oh, you need to be doing this. I feel like you should be working this job for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
no,
being
like,
miserable every single day.
fuck that. You know, fuck that.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to them, but that's, I mean, and see, that's why it's such a generational split right now between like our generation and the generations prior to us, because, you know, they feel that, oh, we're disrespecting the work, the foundation that they laid for us. No, we're just, if anything, we're taking everything that you taught us. You know what? My boy said this. He said something like, we have more so of a, because a lot of us did learn from our grandmothers. We did. We learned from our grandfathers. We have more so of that older generation type wisdom, but we got that young ambition. And when you put both of those together, imagine what that creates. You know, so, and, you know, possibly that can lead into a lot of great things for a lot of people. And I mean, I've had people tell me, you should stay at this job. It pays a lot of money. It does. I'm like, no, this is cool for what it is for right now. But what I have going on, that's going to bring peace to me. That's going to bring happiness to me.
Yes.
Because I know what makes me happy. You may think you had it figured out because, you know, you went and chose that route, but I think different. I believe different.
Yeah.
So,
And those people are still stressed out.
you know, exactly, and that's big facts, because it shows. That's where jealousy comes from.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of people feel some kind of way that they see someone winning and they feel like, damn, you know, when I was that age, why I didn't, like, no, because it's a generational thing. It's a generational curse.
Yeah.
We've been conditioned for generations. You're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that no more. And and once again, there's no disrespect towards you. But we feel that we have a better sense of what we feel our lives should be.
The purpose.
You know, yes.
And passion, yeah.
Once again, a lot of people build pyramids.
Okay.
You know, so
yeah.
You know,
actually.
but I mean, I feel like things will change if everybody just. People got to stay positive. That's one thing. People have to really stay positive and really trust themselves. Do not
That's the key.
Stop listening to the people on the outside.
And comparing yourself and trying to compete. Don't do all that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to find the answers inside. That passion, your talent, your gifts, that's all inside of you.
You know, like I realized like before COVID, I had did an art show at Westover Community Center. And I had different artists showcase their work. And I remember like, probably like the day after, I realized like, yo, I could do something like this where I can create my own art show or maybe a vendor's event. And that's what I've been doing. Yeah. Like we did my friend, Ken, my cousin Hannah and her friend Bree, like we did a vendor's event on June 12th. That was fire. Like, I mean, I'm still blown away about that because the reception it got. I mean, it was so packed because we had performers, and it was so packed that we had to announce for people to like step away from the vendors tables because I mean so the vendors can be able to like sell their stuff. Yeah. And I mean I'm like yo, and then as I'm watching people perform, I'm seeing all these people just walk in. I'm like damn, like who is this? But it felt like
taking it all.
It felt like the entire city was in our event, and it was cool to see people from the Spot, Chilele, and Rotate. Come to our event. Yeah. Like in the midst of their workday. Like that right there alone.
I'm telling you, because they respect the art, they respect the talent.
And
like, yes.
I mean that was just crazy to even to see, because I'm like, damn, like they fuck with us like that. Okay. So that's why I'm like right now I'm inspired. I'm really inspired. I can't wait for what's next. Yeah. The stuff that I have planned. A lot of stuff is about to finally come into fruition. Nice. So, yeah.
And I know we're kind of wrapping up 2021. So, is there anything we can look forward to this year, or you got more stuff next year coming, or what?
This year, next year, yeah. So,
forever.
Forever. Yes, 95 until infinity. Okay. So. Yes, there's gonna be a lot. There's definitely gonna be a lot. So y'all stay tuned. Yeah. Because it's gonna be crazy.
Okay. And we're gonna have to collab on another event.
Yes. Yeah. No. Most definitely. We're definitely gonna have to do that. One thing I can say about that situation, it was timing.
Yeah, for sure.
Timing is everything, because you know, we're obviously in a different space than what we were
4 years ago.
You know, yeah. And it's crazy. I'm like, man, that was really 4 years ago. And it's funny because the picture that we were using, Don C actually liked that picture. Kanye's friend.
Oh, wow.
Who does like sneakers and shorts.
That's funny.
Yeah, he actually saw the actual piece that I had did, because I remember when we talked about the piece that I was going to do. I remember I finished it that day. I was like, damn, and I wonder what I did with that piece. I think it might be still. I don't know.
I'm sure I got a picture of it somewhere.
But yeah, no, we most definitely are going to have to really do something together, because
it's going to be monumental.
I think it's important that everybody collaborate.
Facts. Yeah.
I really think it's important because it's an opportunity. I think a lot of people underestimate creating opportunities, what it can actually do for you. Yeah. As a person, as a creator, it can really help a lot. It really can. And I realized that for some of the past few events that I've probably either been a part of or I actually put together myself or had people I collaborated with, definitely create opportunities.
Yeah.
This goes for everybody. Create opportunities. Please do that. You have to create opportunities. So, yeah.
Really excited. Well, any closing words you want to give to the people? I know, like we keep saying, there's a lot of dope stuff to come. So, want to make sure that you definitely follow Mel Basi. What's your social medias?
Yes, Mel_Basi, MEL_BASI.
Word.
And I want to give a quick shout out. This might be a little list.
No, it's fine.
I want to shout out, of course, my boy Ken, Hannah, Liv, Yosh, who else? Damn, it's a lot of people. You.
Oh, thank you.
You, most definitely. And basically everyone who's supported me. That's, I thank you guys because your spirit, your energy keeps me going. So I want to thank you all for just really, giving me the game and letting me know, like, look, this is what you need to be doing, and I'm very appreciative for that. So thank y'all. Love y'all.
Yes, and likewise, thank you, man, for being an inspiration, coming with the talent. I know it's a little far from the camera, but I'm gonna post pictures of these pieces as well. But you're just really amazing, and really your spirit. You're just such a positive person too. So even when we met 4 years ago to now, like it's what I remember of you. It's just feeling good when I talk to you and being around you. So really appreciate that as well.
Yeah,
thank you for coming finally. It's been a while. We've been trying to work this out, but hey, as you said, timing.
Yes, facts. That's a fact.
Yes. As usual, you can follow me at _Lilith Rose, and lots more dope things to come. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.